And what are your relations with the corporations?
They have come in and completely changed our lives. In order to survive in their world, we have to conform to their needs and wants. If we don't change, then we will fall victim. You are either against them or you are with them.
And sir, how has globalization affected your community?
The influence of foreign companies have come into my community and disrupted my way of life. They have been changing our culture and changing the way we are living. Yes, we are being able to make money, but it is not enough to greatly change the way we live.
So, Mr. Historian, what is the best thing about globalization?
There are many benefits about globalization, but in order to grasp what globalization fully is, I need to tell you a bunch of them. Now that globalization has been occurring, there is a worldwide market for companies, and for people there is more access to the products from different companies. Also, for developing countries, there is a steady cash flow, which will gradually decrease the dollar difference.
But Mr. Historian, doesn't this take jobs away from Americans by exporting services?
Yes, but since the production costs are lower, the cost to purchase the goods will be less, therefore equalizing the money flow. What do you think the major effect is of globalization on people in developing countries?
The exploitation of labor, not just men, but also women and child workers are working in inhuman conditions. Foreign companies force them to work many hours a day and give them low wages. Safety standards were also ignored by the government in order to produce cheap goods.
Do you think that free trade can help lead people out of poverty?
No. Fair trade is what can lead people out of poverty. For example, when there is an overproduction and subsidy in the developed nation, these products will usually pour into the third world country, destroy local markets, leaving the farmer out of business and become poor.
What was your experience in a globalized urban environment?
I experienced many positive things. There was a rapid change around the community. I saw many buildings, roads, and infrastructure quickly built. People having a better lifestyle. They're having enough food to eat and a decent place to stay. Even more, there's a quick spread of education. People have more access to modern technology.
How did globalization affect your life?
Globalization led me to a better life. Thanks to globalization, I have a permanent job and a place to stay. Even though I have to work more hours, but I'm okay with it, because it's better than not having a job and live on the street.
What are you, as a person against globalization, trying to do?
Well, many anti-globalization activists generally call for forms of global integration that better provide democratic representation, advancement of human rights, fair trade, and sustainable development.
What is your biggest concern about globalization?
Well, globalization really exploits child labor. For example, a country that experiences increases in labor demand because of globalization and an increase in demand of goods produced by children will experience a greater demand for child labor, thus exploiting it.
How has globalization helped you?
Well, about 20 years ago I started my own insurance company. 10 years later, our annual revenue is about $40 million. We're an international company and we work in Asia, North America, South America, and Africa. Without it, I'd still be a farmer today.
Aren't you concerned about the future of the world?
Well, not really. Corporations of today's age follow the EPA's standard of living very well. They recycle, and we help the community a lot.